Hey y'all, Driftless Biker here. Just rolling out of the house and starting my journey to get on ADV Fest. I don't have to be there till Thursday morning, and this is Tuesday afternoon. But I figured, you know what? I've got the time, and I'm off tomorrow anyway, so why sit here and not leave till morning? So I'm going to take my time rather than taking the superhighway, get off the slab, so to speak, and see how it goes that way. I prefer to go off the interstate anyway. I've done I-90 enough times to know that I don't enjoy it, and I by far prefer to take two-lane roads. And don't get me wrong, I'll still be on some four-lane, but I'm going to try and avoid I-90 is the big thing. I'm going to attempt, I think, going across on Highway 18 and 20, possibly swing down into Nebraska and see an old friend, and then on up through the hills. So we'll see how it goes. May or may not be able to see my buddy. It just depends on his schedule. It's middle of the week too when I'm going through, so it'll be a bit. I don't know. It'll see what happens. If not, hey, I haven't ridden this bike in Nebraska, so that could be interesting. Or Colorado, for that matter. So I might hit Colorado and Nebraska on my way out, just for the hell of it. Probably not all the way to Colorado, but you never know. I've got time. I've got roughly, I'm probably going to do about 200 miles tonight. I can do about 200 miles Thursday morning if I wanted to. I prefer not to, but you know, a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours to Thursday morning, get in when the event starts. Not like that gives me the full day tomorrow to do what I want and work my way across, and it's not a long ways. I've done it many times, and you know, here in the Black Hills is a day ride. It's a long day, but it's a day. Or if I end up not being able to hook up with my buddy, I might get out there early, and a couple of my brothers are out there playing with their Camaros, so I could always meet up with them for a little bit if I wanted to. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just going to roll with it and kind of roll with the punches, see what happens. I mean, you know, looking forward to it, though. I've been pumped about this trip for a while. Not nearly in the physical condition that I was for the Alaska trip last year, which is a little concerning. But I'm going to be, my shoulder's still not 100%, so I'm going to be taking it a little bit easier. I'm not going to be riding the hardest trails and the hardest courses that are on the routes that are available. I'm going to try and be smart about it and try and make sure I don't come back hurt again. Because my wife will absolutely kill me if I come back hurt again, especially with our trip coming up here in just a few weeks. So, all right, well, that's enough blathering on for now. I'll be back here and there throughout the night, and if I see something interesting, I'll stop. But beyond that, I'll talk to y'all later. So I decided, since I'm taking the long way and just sort of farting around a little bit tonight and tomorrow, I would go visit someplace that I've gone by plenty of times, been through the area many times, but haven't been to in many years, and that is the Buddy Holly crash site. So the site of the crash of Buddy Holly and Richie Valens' airplane from when they departed Clear Lake, Iowa, one cold winter night back in the 60s. I've been by there in the past, but it's been many, many years, and I figured, yeah, what the heck, I'm in the neighborhood. Gotta have some sort of a picture of something that's worthwhile today, right? And I am basically there. I'm within a half a mile now of the site, and figured, what the heck? It's a small side trip. That was an interesting little spot to visit. Nice little hike back to the actual crash site. They got a nice little memorial back there, and I do mean little. It's about 2 feet long, foot tall, but it's still there. It's pretty cool. It's worth a stop if you're ever in the area and bored, or feel like, or have an interest in it. Buddy Holly said you got to go by the surf ball unit. And there's a George Thorogood concert tonight. Very cool. So that's where the Big Bopper, Buddy Holly, and Richie Valens played the night of the plane crash. And they left there on a cold winter night, and shortly after takeoff, their plane crashed, and all three perished. All right. Good morning, y'all. It's Driftless Spiker again. I'm heading out of Spencer this morning. Gonna try and sort of head my way over into Nebraska. I know it's not on the way to South Dakota from Iowa, but it can be if you choose to be. I'm so totally over I-90. Highway 20 across Nebraska is a really nice drive. 18 across southern South Dakota is supposed to be pretty good too, but I've got a buddy that lives and ranches just off 20, so I thought I would try and connect with him and his wife and kids for a little bit on my way over, because I don't get to see him very often, and it's kind of a good excuse. I'm going to be in the area, and anybody that's known me for very long knows that I suck at taking direct routes anywhere unless I have to. This way on Sunday, Monday, I can more or less hammer towards home because I got stuff to do. I got bikes to prep for our next trip. My bike's going to be due for an oil change. Stacy's bike is due for an oil change. You know, maintenance stuff. I've got a air filter coming for my bike because I haven't replaced it since before the trip last year. I'm also, every other oil change I do my final drive. I think I'm probably going to do it this time anyway, just because of the fact that we are putting on a lot of miles right now. And I did it after I got back from Alaska last year, but I didn't do it after with my last oil change. I don't think so. I think I did one more oil change after that. Yeah, you know, just basic normal maintenance stuff. Being an adult and taking care of my gear and my equipment. I got to convert my bike back to a one-seater here very soon as well, but I won't do that till just a couple days before the trip. With the two of us, my camping gear is going to go in my big bag that went across. It's going across the back seat right now with my current camping setup, but it's going to be a little bit different loadout for when it's her and me. And there's some other stuff in there that won't be in there for that trip. Just a shot to just to show just how far you can see out here. Unreal. I know it. I've seen it all before. I haven't actually been on this particular stretch, of course, but it's just amazing. You get out into some of these places, and it's just obviously it's not flat. You can see there's roll right here in front of me, but it's just so different from the Driftless. It's still not the flat of Nebraska. which the part of Nebraska I'm going through isn't as flat as other parts. Alright, so I just took a little side trip into Lamar's because I was passing through and there's a cool photo op. And a dear friend of mine's wife, Brother Shark, who you've all seen many, many times, his wife Mary is from Lamar's. So I had to stop and get a picture with the ice cream cone because, you know, why not? Lamar's, the home of Wells Blue Bunny and the ice cream capital of the world, I think is what they claim. I don't know how they prove that or disprove that, so I'll go with it. Took my first stop of the morning, just got a drink, got off the bike for a little bit, stretched my legs, used, you know, bio break type of thing, body break. It's a beautiful morning still. Looks like there's some rain west of me. I'm hoping I can skirt it to the south on the way or just catch the very edge of it. But you know what? If I get wet, I get wet. I've been wet before. I'll be wet again. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to be enough for me to bother putting rain gear on from what I was seeing. I may run in it for half an hour or something, but by the time you see it, you're too freaking late usually anyway. Like I said, if it's only a little bit, I'll try. It's pretty bad. My travel schedule this last few weeks and upcoming has been so busy that I'm sort of losing track of even what day of the week it is, what week it is. I've got this event that I'm going out to. I'll leave that on Sunday, get back on Monday. Saturday, I've got pre-ride one more time. Or Saturday or Sunday, I will scout my route one more time. Actually, Friday night, Stacy and I are camping. Saturday night, we've got a concert. Sunday, I'm going to do one more pre-ride of my route. I've got a full week of work. Club ride is the following weekend. Full week of work. Leave on vacation with my wife to go around Lake Superior. So I've been and let's see, so far in the last 2 weeks I had the Great River Road Run with the boys from Texas and Indiana and a couple fellows from Des Moines, my close brothers, and then the Great American Convoy last week as well, and now this. So it's been a very busy little period for me, and this summer's been just crazy the entire summer. There's been nothing but busy the whole time, so I'm sure there's a bunch of other adventure bikes up on I-90 and taking the easy way, the fast way. I just don't want to take the fast way today. I don't know, I'm kind of over it. I've done I-90 across there on the bike 4 or 5 times in the last 4 years. I've crossed I-90 on a bike 4 times, once each way, 2 times each way, and with the truck and trailer hauling the bikes once each way. And I'm just so sick of that wind, and it's a good way to make time. It's high speed limit, it kills your fuel mileage, it beats the hell out of you. That said, I will take it on my way home, most likely. Like I said, I'm going to try and make some time. So I think I want to try and get started on the maintenance work I need to do on the bikes on Monday afternoon, evening. So if I get my ass going early Monday, clean up the road liner so I can take it out for a short putt on Tuesday, because Tuesday will be the 15th anniversary of purchasing that bike. So I want to take it for a spin, because I haven't I have not ridden it in 2 years. Sadly, I mean, it has not come off the lift in 2 years. I really got to spend some time and figure out why I'm not charging. I've replaced the stator, I've replaced the rectifier. I just don't get it. The grounds are good. I've checked everything over. But what do? You know, you just gotta keep troubleshooting away. I've checked all the wires. The cables look good. I may try replacing the battery cables. See if that possibly could be it. I'm not sure. I'm kind of at a loss at this point. I need to trace all the harnesses probably and figure out where I probably have a split somewhere, a broken wire somewhere that's just doing parasitic draw while the bike is running. I can easily get 20 miles. I can probably get 30 miles before I have to put it back on the charger, but I'm pretty discouraged because last time I took it out I had to end up putting it back on the trailer, and it's just disheartening. I love that bike. I absolutely love that bike. It was my first bike as a grown-up. My first street bike. I had an Enduro when I was in high school, but my first true street bike. It ignited this passion in me that it's just has been such a big portion of my life. And in the last 15 years, I've ridden motorcycles in 41 states, I believe. All I have left is Nebraska. Well, that was not fun, but fun. Well, into every trip a little rain must fall, and I certainly had my rain this morning. Well, early afternoon. Went through 2 pretty substantial cells. I hope I'm on the back side of it now. I knew there was a possibility. It was a lot worse than I expected, but not terrible. I've ridden it worse for sure, but I am thoroughly wet because I didn't put any rain gear on. Oh well. Still working my way west. Nebraska gets a bad rap because of I-90, but it's a pretty cool date if you get away from the interstate. It's got some nice views. Could be kind of funny, I just had to get gas because I wasn't paying close enough attention and I had to go with it's gas. And the nice lady who works at the station, who had just gotten off work, goes, "Are you sure this is good enough for your bike? It's got enough octane, all that." I'm like, it's gas. She's like, huh? I go, yes, technically I would prefer premium. But I learned a long time ago, and especially last year, my Alaska trip, that sometimes you just got to go with it's gas. It'll get me down the road. I was 28 miles into reserve. The furthest I've gone on reserve is, I believe, 44 miles, 42 miles. Somewhere between 42 and 45 miles. I don't remember exactly. And she's like, well, there's a station with premium like 22 miles down the road. I'm like, yeah, I'm not making it 22 more miles. That would put me at 50 miles into reserve. And I probably could have. I put in 5.1 gallons, so I probably could have. But it's not worth it to me to risk it when there's gas. But I should have put gas in at my previous stop and then just put it in one more time, top off somewhere along the way. They didn't have premium either, so it's not like it matters. The big empty of the West, there's a lot of places where premium's hard to come by. private road back to where my buddy lives. Very cool. The views are amazing. You can see why they don't make it to town much though.